I got this very powerful download today morning, and initially it just came as one sentence, rather one question, and then it started expanding. So I'm going to talk about it today. There is one question that most people are absolutely terrified to ask themselves honestly. It's not what you think. So it's not what do I want or am I happy? It's much more uncomfortable than that. And the question is, what am I lying to myself about? And before you click away thinking that this does not apply to you, I want you to consider this. The people who need to hear this most are often the ones who have convinced themselves they are already being completely honest with themselves. So stay with me, stay till the end. Hi, this is Akanksshaa. Welcome to Multidimensional Soul YouTube channel. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel. If you have subscribed, welcome back. You're not stuck, you're not confused, you're not lost. What you are is not being honest with yourself. And this isn't about judgment, it's about freedom. It's about your freedom. Let's talk about the silent inner wall that we all fight internally. The war between what we feel and what we pretend not to. So, here is what I have realized: we don't just lie to other people, we lie to ourselves as well, constantly. And these lies create an invisible prison that keeps us stuck in lives that we actually don't want. We become masters at constructing elaborate stories to justify why we stay in the situations that drain us actually. We tell ourselves we are being practical when we are actually being afraid. We call it loyalty when it's the fear of change. The soul knows. The soul always knows, but the mind denies. The soul always knows the truth, but our mind creates stories to avoid discomfort. Now think about it. How many people do you know who complain about their job every single day, but they never actually look for a new one? How many friends do you have who stay in the relationships that clearly make them miserable? How many times have you yourself said, I am fine, when you absolutely are not? How many times have you surrounded yourselves with people out of fear and not because of resonance or not because they're true friends? But the soul, it keeps whispering. And every time you ignore it, the whisper turns into ache. Let's start with relationships. You know that person you are with, the one you've been with for months or maybe years? Ask yourself honestly, do you actually love them, or you are in this relationship just because you're comfortable? Just because the society thinks, oh, you look good together. But here's the brutal truth: when you're lying to yourself about how you feel about someone, you're not just wasting your time, you're wasting their time too. You both are living a half life, going through the motions of a relationship that lacks the fire it should have. Maybe you stay because they're a good partner on paper. Maybe you stay because breaking up is too complicated. You feel that it's too complicated. Maybe you stay because you're terrified of being alone. But deep down, you know when the spark isn't there. You know when you're settling. And in our society, in the family, we always use this phrase, right? It's time that you settle down in life. You actually are settling. Is your relationship nurturing both your souls? You know deep down. that you are not with the person who's meant to be with you. And the longer you lie to yourself about it, the harder it becomes to leave. The more invested you become in the lie, the more you have to lose by admitting this truth. Now, let's look at career. How many years have you spent in a job that slowly kills your soul? How many Monday mornings have you woken up with that sinking feeling in your stomach? But you tell yourself the stories. Oh, I need the paycheck. The benefits are good. Now I'm too old to start over. I don't have other options. Let me ask you this. How much is your sanity worth? How much is your time worth? Because every day you spend in a job that you hate is a day you are not spending building something that you actually care about. The scariest part is not that you hate your job. The scariest part is that you have convinced yourself that this is how life is, that everyone hates their job, and this is normal and this is acceptable. When you lie to yourself about your career, you don't just stay stuck, you actively block yourself from seeing the opportunities that are meant for you. You train your brain to focus on why change is impossible instead how change might happen. And take whatever resonates with you. You may have one area in life where you are lying to yourself about, you may have other areas also. What about your social circle? Are you surrounding yourself with the people who actually inspire you, or are you just afraid of being alone? We stay in friendships that drain us. We hang out with people who gossip constantly, who complain endlessly, who never seem to want anything more from life. And we tell ourselves we are being a good friend. We tell ourselves that loyalty means never walking away. But here is what really happens. When you're lying to yourself about the company you keep, you become a people pleaser. You lose yourself trying to keep everyone else happy. You say yes when you mean to say no. You stay quiet when you should speak up. You shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. So, what is the real cost of all this self deception? It's not just that you are unhappy, it's that you are never fully present in your own life. Self deception is the root of energetic misalignment. When you have no clarity, you have no true direction. When you are lying to yourself, you can't be 100% in anything. You're always holding back. You're always playing it safe. You're always waiting for someday instead of living for today. Half hearted decisions are half lived life. When you are not all in, you are divided within. You always have that feeling that something is missing. Your dreams start to feel impossible because you have trained yourself to focus on limitations. Your goals feel out of reach because you have convinced yourself that you don't deserve them. Your potential remains locked away because you're too busy maintaining the lie. And the worst part, time keeps moving. Years pass, and one day you wake up and realize you have been living someone else's life, a life built on the lies you told yourself about what you wanted, what you deserved, and what was possible. Self abandonment is the magnet for burnout, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. Here is the incredible thing about truth, it's always available to you right now, in this moment. You can choose to stop lying to yourself. It starts with one honest moment. One moment where you admit what you actually feel about your relationship. One moment where you acknowledge what your job is really doing to you. One moment where you recognize that the people around you might not be lifting you up. The truth might be uncomfortable, it might be scary, it might require you to make the changes that you've been avoiding. But it's also the thing that can set you free. Telling yourself the truth can shatter illusions but create space for real alignment. And it may mean walking away from your relationship, it may mean starting over with your relationship, job, friendships. It may mean being alone but deeply at peace. Truth feels like chaos at first, but it's actually clarity disguised as courage. So, right now, I invite you to close your eyes. Pick one area of your life and ask yourself honestly, what am I lying to myself about here? Don't filter, don't explain it away. Just listen. And you can journal this, reflecting your thoughts. You can reflect while walking, going on a solo walk, or in a moment of silence. And you can do this for all areas of your life one by one. And don't try to fix it right now. Don't make any drastic changes. Just be honest first with yourself. And then you can take the next steps. Because the life you actually want is waiting for you on the other side of that honesty. And it's worth the discomfort of facing the truth. Your soul doesn't need you to be perfect, it needs you to be honest. Because the truth, even if it's messy, painful, or disruptive, is your key to your freedom. That's all from me for now. I feel complete. Let me know what resonated with you the most. Take whatever resonates with you and always trust your own intuition. I will see you in the next video or audio, whatever I'm guided to record. I would love for you to subscribe for more such messages and downloads that may be helpful for you and it may be life changing and transformational. We always have our higher selves guiding us. We just need to connect, and then we may get such messages as synchronicities from the universe. So stay connected, love yourself, lots of love.